Upon the initial examination of your patient, you should suspect a stroke from the signs and symptoms previously mentioned. It is important you are able to recognize these as they have a key role in stroke diagnosis. If a stroke is suspected, further diagnostic tests must be done to get a better look at what is happening with the patient and their brain. The most important step in diagnosing an embolic stroke is having a scan done of the patient's brain as soon as possible. A patient who has been classified as being at a high risk of stroke must have a CT or MRI scan done within 24 hours of admission, as a scan is essential to confirm if a stroke has occurred. While an MRI is the most preferred method of scanning for an embolic stroke, it requires more money and time than a CT scan, making it inconvenient for many facilities. An immediate non-contrast CT scan should be used as it is the safest and most cost-effective strategy. A CT scan uses X-rays and a computer to take many images of a cross-section of the patient's body. CT scans will reveal changes in the brain as a result of infarction. However, these changes are very subtle and can easily be missed. MRI scans are able to distinguish between different strokes. They have a greater sensitivity for detecting infarcts than a CT scan and produce more detailed images. However, they take a significant amount of time and are only available in certain hospitals. When a patient has suffered from brain ischemia, a number of blood tests may be ordered, such as coagulation tests, complete blood count, and blood lipid tests. Hypercoagulability puts an individual at a higher risk of forming a clot, which can lead to an ischemic stroke. A complete blood count measures the amount of platelets, red blood cells, and white blood cells. Blood lipid tests would be done to test for high levels of LDL, which is a risk factor for strokes. While these tests do not diagnose a stroke, they provide information as to what may have caused the stroke. When an ischemic stroke is suspected, cardiac investigation should be done to determine the cause of the embolus, helping in determining if the stroke was embolic or thrombotic. It is very important to undertake diagnostic procedures when a patient has had a stroke to determine the form of stroke and the cause of the stroke, so then medical staff can determine the best course of action for treatment.